Hello everyone, my name is Casey Klaus and I would like to offer you some tips and tricks on how to make your video conference calls look better. I'm not trying to make you look professionally shot by a video crew. If you need that level of production, you need to hire a professional crew to do so. This is just to make you look better on the video conference call because they're becoming more and more prevalent. They're showing up for job meetings and job interviews. Maybe you're some sort of an expert and a national television show is looking to have you speaking on some topic, and the way they're going to get you on the program is through one of these video conferencing programs. When you're in these scenarios, you want to look good and you want to sound good, and it's not that hard to do. So the tips and tricks that I'm about to share, they can be done with a desktop computer, they can be done with a smartphone or tablet or a laptop. Just do them because it doesn't take a lot of effort, and the way you're going to come across is going to be much, much nicer. Let's take a look at how these things often look. It's amazing to me how often I see a video conferencing call look like this. And yeah, I'm exaggerating a little, but not that much. Couple quick tips. I've got this window behind me and it's way too bright and I'm now in silhouette because of it. Don't shoot with windows behind you. And here's another thing. Whenever you're shooting video with a phone, turn the phone 90 degrees to the left or to the right so that hold the phone like you're watching a video, not taking a video with your phone, because by doing that, you get rid of these ugly black bars and all of a sudden you've got so much more video screen when you're watching on a full screen monitor. We can do better than that. So the first tip, be intentional about where you shoot this. Pick a background that is going to be non-distracting and clean and kind of just works, right? I looked around my house and this is what I came up with. Not because I love the background, I don't. If I was coming in here professionally, this is not where I would shoot an interview. But the truth is that there's nothing wrong with this background. And when you find a background you kind of like and you get yourself framed up, one of the tricks that I like to do is get up and out of the shot and then look at it again and say, is there anything in the shot that is distracting me? And if so, try to remove it. Now, you have no idea what my office looks like outside of this screen. It could be a mess, and I'm not going to tell you whether or not it is. The only thing that matters when you're doing these video calls is what shows up in this frame. And so make sure that what shows up in this frame is complimenting you and what you're trying to do. Also, let's talk about how you frame these shots. I can't believe how many times I see people framed like this. It's hideous. The way you want to frame these shots is this. You want the top of your head to just be a little bit below the edge of the top frame of the top edge of the frame. You want the bottom edge just to be kind of in line with the bottom end of your rib cage, right before the point where your belly starts. And you want yourself to be pretty much in the center of the frame. This is going to be a comfortable framing for video conferencing calls. Let's talk about where you place the camera. You want the camera to be placed parallel with your face. Ideally, it would be right in line with your eyes. But if that's not achievable, get the camera as close to your head, on that parallel plane as you're able to do. So many times I see people shooting on this low angle and people are looking right up their nose. They can tell if you need a tissue. They can see all those couple extra 3 chins you're carrying, and it's not a flattering look. Get the camera parallel to your face, ideally right in line with your eyes. Let's talk about the camera a little bit more. When you're having these calls, make eye contact with the camera. Don't be looking at yourself in the video screen. You can tell that as I'm now looking at the video screen on my computer showing me, my eyes aren't making eye contact with you. By looking directly at the camera, you are making direct eye contact with your viewer, the same way you would if you were having a face-to-face interaction, making eye contact with the person you're talking to. Here's a trick. If you want to have the ability to talk to a face, because that is helpful, take a photograph of someone you like and a hole punch and put a hole right below the person's chin, and then tape the picture so that the camera is seeing through the hole in the photograph and so that you're talking to the picture, you get to make eye contact with an actual person and someone you like, And the viewer who's watching it on the other end of the call has no idea that you're not talking directly to them. Let's talk about audio. For about $150, you can get one of these little lavalier microphones, and they make the quality of your call sound so much nicer. If video conferencing is something that is important to you, if you need to do this regularly, get one of these microphones. It is well worth the $150 or so that you will spend on it. If that's not an option for you, pick a good room to do the call in. Preferably one with carpeting, one with stuff on the walls, furniture, couch, whatever. The more space that's just like a hardwood floor or tile or just bare wall, the more echo that room is going to have. So pick a room with furniture and preferably get a microphone to clip just below your chin, and the quality of your audio is going to greatly improve. Lighting. Let's talk about lighting for a moment. It's not hard. What you want to do is you want to set up in a straight line yourself, the camera, and the lighting. What I've used for this is lights that I had around, lamps, honest to goodness lamps that I had around my house. The one right behind the camera is sitting on 2 shoe boxes to get it a little higher and to get above my camera. You want your lighting to be behind and above your camera lens to the best that you're able to achieve. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect, but trying to go behind and above your camera lens to the best of your ability is going to improve the lighting. And what again about windows? Oh yeah, never, ever, 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 ever have a window behind you. Why? Because windows behind you is just asking for disaster. Windows never work out well. The window's too bright, you become silhouetted. Putting a window behind you is just almost a guarantee that your video is going to get worse. That's lighting. That's audio. That's camera framing. I hope you don't feel it's that hard, because it really isn't. It should just take a few moments of intentionally setting up for the video conference call, and that's all it should take for you to have a better quality call. One last thing on the technology. The more stuff using internet connection in your home or office, the worse the call quality is going to be. If you can turn off the gaming, if you can turn off the music playing through the internet, if you can turn off whatever else is going on in your home, taking up internet bandwidth, the more bandwidth is going to be able to use for this video call, and the better the video call is going to look. Those are my tips and tricks. I hope you don't feel it was complicated. I hope they help you look better, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.